I'd just like to reassure Tim and say I've got a really, really good speech written out. Unfortunately, I've left it at home, so I've got this. We are here to celebrate the wedding of the lovely, vivacious, beautiful, gorgeous and glowing Sian. To Tim. A really great couple, I think, who agree. Just to refresh you on how they first met, I hear it was love at first sight, pure and simple. Sian was pure, Tim was simple. Tim told me to keep this speech a little bit like Tim in the bedroom, very short but to the point. So if any of you don't know me, my name's Matt. I'm the safest pair of hands in England. England's number 2 goalkeeper after Joe Hart. I've known Tim for quite a few years now. Amongst other things, I used to go round to Pam Porter's house in Henleys to see Tim and Pam and have a cup of tea and read the Daily Mail and put feet up and have a biscuit, that sort of thing. I have to admit, I feel truly honoured today to be asked by Tim to be his best man. I think you'll agree it's an amazing venue and everyone looks amazing and it's absolutely beautiful. Thank you to Tim for asking me to be your best man. It was a real surprise when you asked me. I was travelling around Asia at the time when he asked me. I was in Bangkok, Thailand. At the time that I found out, I was so shocked it put me off the ping pong match I was watching. Back to the matter at hand. I haven't prepared this much, so you have to bear with me. I wasn't really sure about why he put into this speech. A lot of Tim's, this is the main issue I had, a lot of Tim's stories are a little bit too X-rated to mention as a family do. There's no real middle ground with him whatsoever. He's either drunk, passed out in a puddle of his own alcoholic beverage, or pottering around doing some housework, drinking a cup of tea. This is the Pam that knows and loves him. Not much material to use in a family-friendly venue, but material nonetheless. I thought I'd start with the stag do. Got some pages missing actually, sorry. Sorry, I haven't prepared very well. I've got stag weekend and just the description, leather gimp boy. Then I've missed some pages off. If you weren't there and you're not sure, go to Facebook, search Paul Headley, album, Tim Stag Do, location Valencia, photos numbered 19 to 21. We've got Wi-Fi here, so have a look later. I'm going to get everyone in the mood today with a couple of marriage-based jokes. What do you do when you see your husband staggering around in the backyard? Shoot him again. My wife told me I should be more affectionate, so I got 2 new girlfriends. And the classic, my wife says I never listen, or something like that. So thanks to Tim and Sian for following the royal might. Thanks to Tim and Sian for following in royal footsteps and having a wedding to take our minds off the current economic climate. What did everyone think of the royal wedding? I thought the RAF were really poor. They didn't manage to hit the Germans on the balcony. It's lovely to be involved today for the wedding. Weddings take a lot of time, planning and decision making. Where are you going to get married? Wales or Bristol, that sort of thing. So well done to Tim and Sian for organising all of this. It looks great, I think you all agree. Yeah. I remember when Tim and Sian were making the arrangements for the big day. Who would get the say, whether it was in Bristol or Wales, that sort of thing. I remember Tim letting Sian know from early on who would be the boss. He looked her straight in the eye and said, "You're the boss." So thanks for Sian for feeding into my alcohol addiction of 9 hours on a train from Brighton to... really appreciate that. Okay, so prior to today, I had a chat with Tim about my best man speech. And told him I don't have many stories and don't have much planned or in store for him. He was quite happy about that when he said I was lying. By this time, I was a bit worried. I was questioning who Tim was, what did I know about him. When I last went to Bristol, he was being so nice to me. Anything I said, he's like, "Oh, let's do that." I was like, why is Tim being so nice? Why is he on his best behaviour around me? Just a couple of months building up to his wedding when I've got a microphone. Why would he do like that? So I was thinking, how much do I know about him? What other than hoovering, spilling alcohol on his crotch area when drunk, housework and the allotment did I know about him? What were his other interests? How can I find out more? To set the scene by now, Tim, he thought, hang on, Matt told me he hasn't got much material, decided to relax. He'd enjoying the last few days of his single life, feet up, cigar out, job done. Whereas I'd become a little bit more frantic. What do I say and what do I do? What do I say about Tim when I've got nothing, apart from X-rated stories to say? So I did what any sane person would do in my situation. I turned to the internet for salvation. Typing Tim Porter into Google, I desperately searched for anything I could find. My Google search entry results were: number 1, Tim Porter, lecturer on music and Middle Ages. Could be Tim. 2, Tim Porter, film and TV editor. Films he's made, or wish I'd made. Dumbo and Beauty and the Beast. Doesn't sound very Tim. And then I came across this headline, ladies and gentlemen. Timothy Porter, screamed the mirror. Timothy Porter, perverted hypnotist who turns a patient into sex slave is jailed. All over the broadsheets. So when he said he was going to university, that's where he was. And Daily Mail, self-taught hypnotist turned me into his sex slave. Going to be an interesting wedding. The positives are he was described as a war hero and self-taught therapist. So he's obviously got some skills. But John Gregg, his barrister, said this is an almighty blight on his character. Anyway, as I said, I didn't have many stories I could use in a wedding. Note the word many. Prior to the wedding, I sent around an email asking all of Tim's friends, asking for funny stories about Tim today. As mentioned, some of these stories are pretty mundane, and some of them are pretty X-rated. I thought, what can I do to make this more interesting and keep Tim on his toes a little bit? So I decided to spice things up. In this bowl, I have a set of numbers. Each number relates to a specific story I've been told, good or bad. I like to call this a fate worse than Russian roulette, and get married after it rather than die quietly. Tim, my beautiful assistant, could you put these gloves on? Could you please, when you put the ball, any ball? Ladies and gentlemen, let's spin those balls.
Number 7.
Number
7.
Okay, got this.
Thank you.
I'll talk about that one, ladies and gentlemen. Could you pick another ball, please? I never put too much in the family environment.
Number 14.
Number 14. Could you pick another ball, please, Sarah?
Number 2.
Number 2. Ooh, okay. Let's just abandon this game. It's not really working out very well. As I said, this is a family-friendly environment, so thank you, Tim. Sit down, please. I've got a speech here, and I've written this, and I thought I'll stick to what I've written, but I'm going to go off road a little bit, Tim, for you. Because when they said to me, does any man know any reason why these people can't be married? I bit my tongue. I bit my tongue. There's one good reason, and it's here, me. And I want to sing you a song. Remembering the good times, one last time. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be dear. Okay, but anyway, I'd like to reassure everyone that Tim is a lovely man. He's a really sincere, genuine guy. And Sean couldn't have picked a better person to spend all his years ahead with her. And of course. Thank you, John and Margaret. The father and mother of the lovely bride. Please raise a toast to John and Margaret. Good. One moment. No one has any drinks, okay. Ruin my rest of my speech. Why is everyone not drunk like I am? Been drunk for 5 hours. Okay, John and Margaret.
Cheers.
Cheers. Pam Porter for agreeing to bring Tim as well. Pam Porter, everyone. Also to Ben, Tim's brother. Hannah and Karen, the Flower Girls. Emily, Sophie, Nell and Megan. And of course, can you give a round of applause to the bride and groom and raise your glasses to Tim and Sean? Happy I'll stop talking now. Tim, do you want your wedding ring boxes back? Just go back to you. Sorry. Okay, I'd just like to say one last thing while I'm up here. People can always give good advice on how to make a relationship work, and here's mine. Never go to bed mad. Stay up and fight instead. Thank you.